Um, I thought I did. I went to undergrad, decided on a major that was integrated biology, but I did not end up doing what I thought I had intended to do, which was to go to medical school. And I became a junior at Cal. I decided I was going to go into education. So then I started taking education courses, then went into teaching instead of going to medical school.
So how did you pursue your career right now?
I started volunteering for an after-school program, and then I liked what I was doing, which is tutoring. Realized I need to work on some stuff. I spoke to my principal. She said, "Why don't you go back to grad school and get a master's?" So I went back to grad school, got my master's.
I didn't actually find myself in college. It wasn't until a long whiles after, maybe when I was like 24, 25. I would feel like there are a lot of aspects to growing up or finding yourself, whether it's career-wise or about finding your self-confidence or relationship-wise, friendship-wise. There's a lot of things that go into making you who you are, and I feel like, well, I don't know, I feel like I'm still growing and still learning, but I think I'm at the age now, I'm almost 30, in case you're wondering, where I actually feel like secure and self-confident, and I know like where I'm headed in life, so I would say this is like where I found myself.
How did you find yourself?
Oh, through living life. So before I used to be really shy and I used to sit at home, and when people tried to be my friend or they tried to invite me places, I would just say no, no, and be scared of everything. And it wasn't until I decided to be brave and branch out on my own and try out new things that I finally figured out, oh, it doesn't really hurt to try. And once you start doing more things, then it adds to your character, and if you try something and you're good at it, it adds to your self-confidence, and that's how you just start learning about yourself. And then just meeting a lot of different people also helps, because then they can bring their experiences and tell you about, other things, and that helps you grow a little bit faster.
I think it's okay going into college not knowing what you want to do, but you have time to find what your passion is. And what's important is once you find your passion that you pursue it and work hard at it. And I think in the end things will work out. So don't be too nervous going to Cal, going to Stanford, Harvard. It's what you make it while you're in there. I think what you guys need to do is get an internship at least by the time you start your sophomore, junior year, and start, putting your foot through the door. That's my advice. Get an internship.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Good luck, guys.
I do think that wisdom has a lot to do with age, experience, and independence. As for myself, I noticed that a lot of the times I grew as a person and became wiser, it was during times when I moved out on my own and I was by myself. It was during times when I noticed that I couldn't really be dependent on anybody else, and it was just me and myself. I knew things, and it was all new experiences for me. And whether they were good experience or bad experience, it was something that I did definitely learn from. So I know that it was during those times when I was by myself and going through new experiences and getting older, it's what has contributed to me being smarter and learning from my mistakes and being a wiser person.
How has my environment affected my choices in my adult life? Well, I grew up in San Francisco in the public school system. So in the public school system, there's there's a lot of good, but there's also a lot of not so great influences that you have. In San Francisco specifically, the public school system isn't that good. So there's a lot of drugs, sex, abuse, and other things that go on. But and I was exposed to not all of it, but I would say I was exposed to a lot of it in the schools that I attended. But I also grew up in a really large family with 3 other siblings and really, really strong parents who made it a really big effort on their part to sort of keep us away from those things. And a lot of it was sort of like their reinforcement of what might be good for us, what might not be so good for us in what we see at school. So I would say that being able to see all of that, but then also being able to be taught right from wrong and maybe good from bad really affected my choices in life. Not to say that I was a perfect angel or anything, but I did think that I made fairly good choices growing up, and a lot of it really had to do with my parents sort of teaching us right, and then also having like my brothers and my sister around to sort of guide us in the right decision and have good role models too. So that I think that's it.
How has college affected my life? The answer is quite simple for me. One, it really gave me an opportunity to learn how to be an adult, first time being on my own. Second is really forming lifelong friendships, people that I still connect with today, and really to be there as we're growing up together. I mean, it's all about respecting others, making sure that you treat other people the way that you want to be treated. And I just go through life really living those same key elements. Lastly, for me, again, this is probably the easiest answer, is it really allows you to, for lack of a better word, become more educated, and really having that degree allows you to really enter the workforce and be competitive with other people around your age that are still looking for the opportunities as well, especially in this day and age when work opportunities are somewhat difficult to come by. You need to really separate yourself from the rest of the crowd, if you will.